Oh, I have to restart OBS. Yep, I'm gonna have to restart. Damn it. I'll be right back. Here we go. Track 2. Track 2. Check. Okay, cool. Alrighty. How is everybody doing? Should be fine. Yeah, I don't know why it says Twitch is bad. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I guess it's just, I need to refresh. Yep, that's what I needed to do. I just needed to refresh. Okay, cool. So. I wanted to rant a little bit today. I was watching a video that was very, very on point, and I need to address it. Let me pull it up here. So, I want to talk about this. Because this is something that I want to get, but I refuse to get until Nintendo gets their crap together. So, the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. I want to see where they have like a list. They don't. This one doesn't have a list. I'm looking for something here. Okay, so here's the thing that I have with Nintendo on the expansion pass, because it's going to be one of those things that it's like championed as a real good thing, but here's the problem. So Nintendo Switch Online, just in case for anyone that doesn't know, let me lower the music a little bit. Nintendo Switch Online, just in case anybody doesn't know. It's an online service where you pay, and they only have the option for yearly. So it's $60 to have access to these Nintendo 64 games, Sega Genesis games, Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, plus be able to play online. For the amount of features, you think that would be fantastic. The thing is that you can get the regular non-expansion pass and you will have the online play, Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. That's it. The benefit of having the expansion pass is well, technically three things. N64, the Sega Genesis, and then you get Animal Crossing for free. As long as you're a member. I don't have no idea how that works, honestly. However, let's go down this list of the N64. Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, Paper Mario, Super Mario 64, Dr. Mario, Yoshi's Story, Winback, Sin and Punishment. That's not a big list. That is, if I'm not mistaken, 11 games. Sorry, 10 games. So we're talking about 10 games here. There's a game missing here. Oh, Mario Tennis. So it's not even showing up here. So there's 10 games for the N64. And then you can get the GameCube, the Sega Genesis games. I think you get like 15 or 20 games or something like that. Here's the thing. This was released sometime in October, if I'm not mistaken, or early November. And they said that they were going to be announcing a bunch of games. They have announced Paper Mario. Exactly. That's it. Rumor has it that Banjo-Kazooie is coming out sometime this month. But honestly, they haven't made an announcement and it's been a month. So this whole, we're doing a subscription service so we can go ahead and give you guys access to more games is becoming total bullcrap. This is the same thing that Nintendo pulled with the Nintendo Switch Online. Nintendo Switch Online gives you access to a whole bunch of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. The problem is it takes them 6 months to add something to the service. 6 months. What the hell? It's literal hot garbage. So Nintendo, the last time there was updates to the list of games for NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, 5/26/2021. Over 6 months. And then the Super Nintendo, last time I got an update, July 28th. And this is off Nintendo's website. This is Nintendo.com. And they have it here. July game updates, 7/28/2021. 5 months, basically. What the freaking hell? And the list is amazing. You got the original Super Mario World that came with the Super Nintendo, Super Mario Kart, the first iteration, Yoshi's Island, which is a fantastic game, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, really one of the really good Legend of Zelda games before Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was a game changer. F-Zero, Donkey Kong Country, and then all of the it even includes online multiplayer. Like you can play online multiplayer Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart. Right. Yeah. But they don't update it. So what's the point of paying for a service where you can have a chance to maybe get an updated game? One of the games that's not on this list, and it should, and it needs to be, and I don't care what's the BS story behind it, Super Mario RPG needs to be on this. Like yesterday. It's bullcrap that they don't have it here. So let's go down this road. So we have two systems that have not been updated for almost 6 months. Both. And now N64, if I look for this, I can't type. The last one that they announced 1 month ago, Banjo-Kazooie. So here. It says a new title each month. Let's see. It's been a month. Shortly following the addition of Paper Mario to the Nintendo Switch Online, which, by the way, if you haven't heard, is been literally riddled with lag and bugs. Like, gets to the point that you can lose your save state, from what I've heard. Really, Nintendo, you need to get your crap together and fix this. This is unacceptable. I'm not going to pay for this. Straightforward. I'm not. I was very much contemplating it until I heard that this thing was super buggy. It is super, super buggy. And no, I'm not. Huh? So, what's the point? Like, I would love to be able to play some of these old games. I would love to. Especially since my old Nintendo 64 broke. But what the heck? What are you going to do about it? What is Nintendo going to do about it? Because they say, oh, They're gonna do it once a month, and they're not doing any of it. So what the heck? And still, 6 months for a game to be released, like anything to be released. 6 months. They have thousands upon thousands of games that they can release. Really great games, and they don't. I don't know. So I needed to get that off my chest because that was getting me very much annoyed. I was very, very peeved when I started listening to that. Well, one of the other things I wanted to talk about was I have been really going in deep on my server and thinking about things on what to do to it and what to really go in and add some new features and stuff like that. I was reading Reddit and stuff like that on things that we can do to like somebody made this Ansible script that launches an entire Plex environment with like 8 or 9 different services. Let me see if I can find it. Plex. Where is it? Plex pass, no download button. Oh, but where is it? I had it here. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Jesus, right in front of me. Okay, hold on. Okay. So somebody did this they have this here in their Git where they built this into a script. And I started thinking about this a little bit further. Obviously, like the Ansible is a orchestration tool that goes above and beyond just building containers. This is really used for a lot of basically you can build an infrastructure in a script, basically. But I was thinking about this further. I'm like, people really haven't, at least as far as I can tell, people really haven't dug in and discovered the power of Docker Compose. And it's still obviously being actively built and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do is go over, first of all, what Docker Compose is, because it's a beautiful thing to do. That's what I have my server. I have 21 containers right now, and I can update them all in just one command line. Really, it's just that easy. Well, 2 commands really. And it's extremely simple. It's extremely efficient. And it's amazing what you can do because you can technically move it. It's portable. So, what I wanted to do is kind of piggyback to see if this guy has. Yeah, he does have it here. that's not the whole thing, because this is using something else. The thing about Ansible is that it becomes really powerful. But what I really want to do, so we're going to do this. We're going to start a new file. We're going to start it as a YAML. And we're going to start building a Docker Compose. So let me just switch. There we go. Good. So first things first is, let's say that I want to build a Plex server, really. So that's really what I do here. So service. Let me see if I can pull up my sample. My sample container script. Not container script, my goodness. My Docker Compose for my server, so I can start pulling some stuff from there, because that's gonna make it a whole lot easier. Alright, so Docker Compose. Here we go. So it's like this. Okay, so the way that you would read this is something similar to how XMLs or JSONs are done, but indentation is really important for a YAML file, so keep that in mind. So let's do this as an example. Plex. Let's see, where is it? It is right here. So I'm just gonna make this whatever. Just an example for now. So in here, gotta do one more thing here, and then volumes. Oops. There we go. So what I'm doing is I'm making the most basic things here. So I have version of Docker that I'm going to be using. So this is version 3.8, which is I think the latest one. I think the music's still too loud. All right, so yeah. So I need to bring this back a little bit. There we go. So now I have a service called Plex, and I have all of these services in this. Go back. There we go. Cool. So the service name is Plex. This is how it's gonna launch in Docker. The host name using for DNS is gonna be Plex. The container name, which you can have them be completely different, is named Plex. The image is from the name of the image from Docker Hub, which is Plex Inc. Blah blah blah. If I can actually specify a specific version. If I go here to hub.docker.com, I can actually just go in here and look for Plex. In here, I just have to do is click here and then look at tags. And I can, if I don't have a specific image here, it will it will pull the latest. I think it's always going to pull the latest, actually, now I think about it. Unless I do this. Let me try that. There. Yeah. So if I take off the this right here, it's always going to pull the latest version. If not, I can actually specify the version of Docker that I want to run. Let's say that there's a known bug, or you just only want to run the most stable version, or the specific version that you're using has some feature that they took away and you want to just stay on that version. You can do that. So restart unless stopped. It means that the container is always going to restart unless you manually stop it. Here is the ports that you use. Most of the time you have them in like this, because you can actually change the port that it's broadcasting. So like, I don't want to broadcast 32400 because I have it conflicting with something else. You can actually change the first one, which is what your host is going to be listening to. In my case, I did something different. And what I did is I set up a network. And in here, I can actually control, let's see, what was it? Just do 10, 10, 1, 1, 10. Yeah, whatever. Let's do this as an example. I don't even know what IPs I'm going to be using. So what I can do is I can actually have this be directly on the physical network instead of sharing it from my host. And the reason why I do that is I can have dedicated dedicated NICs for each container, or dedicated NICs for the host, or dedicated for something else. In my case, the server that I have it tied to, I have two NICs. I have one that's just for the host and one for all my containers. Let's say that in your case you have trying to think of one use case. Okay, so let's say I just have really Docker containers running on my server, 21 of them, like I said. And I want to have as much throughput. I can actually set up a 10 gig NIC, set up all the containers to use the 10 gig NIC, and go from there. Or if I had like a virtual machine that I want to give it a specific NIC, I can actually do that. There's 1,000 reasons. One, how you want to handle it. I found that this is the best way for me. So that's the way I set it up. And plus it lets me have more granular access to my stuff. All right. Environment is the environmental variables. Hold on. Yeah. Environment is the environmental variables of the container, of the actual machine. So, for example, this one needs the time zone. So what I have is I actually have a file that actually has all of this stuff in there. So let me show you. What I'll do is I'll create a new file. It'll be a .env. Here we go. I'm trying to make sure that my password list doesn't show up. So what this does is that this file is going to be just named .env. It's just so simple. It's going to have all of these referenced. So let's say that I have this entry entered 1,000 times, which a lot of the services do. I can actually do that. And then the advertised IP is required by the server to know how it's broadcasting its IP. So since I know what my IP is, I can just go in here and set it up like that. Or I can just set it up as a variable. Technically what this means is it's a variable. All right, and then volumes. So what this does is there's two things. You can do what's called a Docker volume. A Docker volume is basically a containerized folder that your container will store data, because one of the things about containers is that it's disposable. So any information that you have in there goes away when you do Docker RM and you delete the container. Let's say that you want that data to persist. You want to move it over to a volume or to somewhere directly on the host or your machine, depending on like if you're on Windows, it's going to be a folder on your C drive. If it's on Linux, it's going to be a directory somewhere on your Linux. If you have a Mac, same thing as Linux. The pros behind this is that you can make it persistent, and that means the data stays no matter what happens to the container. Let's say the container just gets corrupted or something happens to the container. All you got to do is just delete it and relaunch it with the same parameters, and you call it a day. That's where the magic of Docker Compose comes in. So now that we have our technically our first container done, we have one service ready. I want to get an application called Heimdall. And Heimdall, what it is, it's a portal service. It's not a portal service. It's a dashboard of sorts. So let me just pop that in here. And where's Heimdall? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Again, indentation is very important. 10, 10, 1, 11. Let's just make that as an example. So here you can see time zone is being referenced again. So that means I only have to have that entry once and have it referenced 1,000 times. A variable. All right, so same thing here. Host name is Heimdall image and container name. The environment, this means I'm running as admin. The ports that are being broadcasted, restart unless stopped. Again, order doesn't matter. That's a beautiful thing about YAML. But you do want to keep it at least somewhat consistent. All right, that's done. Let me get MySQL, because we need a SQL server. Why do we need a SQL server? You'll see. Now, if I can find it. Here it is. Do I have anything here? No, I don't. Okay. So, one thing I forgot to mention here. So we have the volumes. So everything that has the name after, well, dash, the name and a colon means it's a Docker volume. Actually, I'm gonna leave that off, and I'm gonna show you what happens if I don't have that entry in there. So we're gonna go ahead and just do this. This is the database. This is MySQL. I don't container names right here. I can actually just move this up. I don't need the name here. 10, 10, 1. I'm gonna do this as an example. I'm just gonna take off the IPs later. So now I have a MySQL root password that I need to add. So I'm just gonna go in here, type in MySQL root password, and the password is going to be MySQL 123. Something simple. So now, anytime that this is referenced, MySQL 123 shows up. So the image name is MySQL, container name is MySQL ports. The command, you can change that. That's again, all of these are kind of like default stuff that I'm using. To check on the application that you're launching in Docker, and it will tell you what you really need to have. The volumes, this is important. MySQL. This is so I can keep my database persistent. And I think that's it. And then I want to get something that uses that MySQL. So let's see. I had something that used it. I think I was using Nextcloud. Yeah, let's just use that. Let me just move this over here because I need to copy some stuff over. Hold on. So that goes over here. That goes over here. Okay, I think that's it. So now that I have, I need to actually add something here. Name. So I can actually reference it in DNS. Alright, so now I have this password here. I need a password. Let's just keep it different, just for the sake of differences. Right. So host name is Nextcloud, image is Nextcloud, container name is Nextcloud, restart always. The ports that we're going to be using, and then here's what you might want to do with Nextcloud. So I don't need. No, I'm gonna leave it like that. So whatever. Okay, so here's where it gets tricky. So Nextcloud has an entry here. So does Plex data, which, wait a second, Plex data I already have it, but that's in my Plex. So what that will do is it will make that Docker volumes, folder structure, and files be available to that container. So that containers can share data across volumes. But it's going to be referenced differently according to what you have set here. So for example, here in the Nextcloud directory here, the Nextcloud Docker volume, sorry, let me be correct. The Docker volume will be referencing this folder. And if you go inside of the container, you browse to this folder, it's this, the root of this. And Plex data is going to be in the folder of root Plex. And then the same thing with files is going to be root data. Whereas in this one, everything that's under Plex data is going to be under data. And then if I really wanted to, I can actually mount this file somewhere else, and it will be referenced to wherever I specify it. So it's sort of like symbolic links if you want to do it from within Windows and Linux. They're just links. It's just how you want to link it. All right, and I think that's I'm gonna be doing. I want to do a pie hole. No. Proxy. No. You know what? I think that's it. We could do actually, you know what? We're gonna do this one too. Portainer. Highly recommend using this one. It's a really good web UI to manage containers on a web UI. So we're gonna copy this Portainer here. It's gonna tell me if I miss something. So let's just go ahead and give this a once over. This is external. Okay, let's just remove all these networks because we don't need them. You'll see now why. Also, one thing that you could do. Let me see. What's the reference called here? Docker compose link. think this is what it was. Okay, so here. So you can make Nextcloud depend on a container. So we're gonna name it as a service, which is DB. And then you can also do so what this does is this. This one will depend that the MySQL server launches. Let's say that MySQL server does not launch, this container will not launch. And then this one directly links the container with the other container. So I can actually not expose these ports if I need to. Which means as soon as I configure it and I do everything, I can't, well, I could. Let's say that I do not want to expose these ports whatsoever. They can literally run isolated from the host itself. So I can't even access it from the host. But what I do is I expose it so I can actually do my management from there. But you can technically do this and run run all the commands using Docker Interactive Terminal with the container itself. All right, so technically I think that's it. I can actually have to change the indentation on these. That's there. That's there, that's there. I don't think I need anything else except for this file. I need to save it as .env. And now I'm going to save this one as Docker Compose. Yes, I don't care about that. So now I got a Docker Compose. Reveal File Explorer. Somebody didn't do this right. This didn't save right. Close that. Rename. Not .text. There we go. Okay, so now I look in here. I have Docker Compose. So all I do is Docker -compose. Let me see. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Let me just maximize this here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to launch this. This is gonna throw an error because I don't have this Docker volume set up. So I'm gonna do Docker Compose pull, and it should either start downloading. It's gonna give an error. You see, service Heimdall refers to undefined volume Heimdall -data. Invalid compose project. So it's gonna check the data on this file, and it's gonna say, hey, we got everything, but we're missing a reference inside of this this specific one, which is called Heimdall. This is the name of the service. We're missing this volume being declared inside of Docker volumes. So easy fix is going in here, pasting that, save, and let's try running again. And look at that. It's pulling. So now this is pulling. Wait, what do you mean pulling? Oh yeah, it's downloading the image. It's downloading the container. So we're pulling all of this information right now. It's having a freaking nervous breakdown. And let me just pull up Docker here. The dashboard. Okay. So I have right here. I have some extra stuff I was working on here. But I have Portainer, Plex, Nextcloud, MySQL, Heimdall. Yeah, I got stuff. I got some other stuff here. There's some other stuff that I've been working on. But we got stuff. And if you see it, you can see it right here. All of the stuff that I wanted is pulled. And this one's extracting still. I think we're done. Yeah, this is all done. So we're going to do now Docker compose. We're going to up those containers and -d, which means we're going to detach the outputs from the sessions. Because if not, it's actually going to get me into each of those containers. And I don't want that. I want to just let it run without me having to type anything in. So now, Docker up. Created. Okay, MySQL is already in use in the container. Okay, so I have to remove one of my other containers here. That's fine. Should really rename it, but whatever. I don't have a need for this anymore. Yeah, you see this container? This is something I was tinkering with. Don't need it anymore. So now that that's gone, and now just delete these. I am going to see. Where's Nextcloud? Nextcloud never got created. Well, then again, nothing after MySQL was built. So let's go ahead and do it again. Up -d. Starting. Okay, so I have 5 now. Look at that. That was easy. Look at that. Heimdall, Plex, Portainer, Nextcloud, MySQL. So now I'm going to open up MySQL Workbench. So here it is. I'm going to go ahead and test the connection to MySQL. Oh, I have to clear my password. Hold on. Test. MySQL. Oh, it's still launching. Yeah. Sometimes some of these applications you need to do it on the first try. I mean, like let them start up for the first time. So I think it's localhost. Oh, I might have to delete and recreate this. Delete. Yeah, this one's gone too. So let's create a new one. We're gonna do a new okay, so where is my network? That's weird. That's fine. We can find out really quick. Docker ps. All right, we're gonna see. We did not. Remember, I told you that we needed to declare. We needed to match the external port since we're not doing that network that I was doing. So all of these, I need to actually expose here, like this. 443. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have some conflicts here. Because Heimdall's not gonna be able to launch because the ports are gonna be conflicted. Actually, I need to copy this. I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That works even better. There. Boom. I am not gonna launch Nextcloud then. So, although that'll be a really nice one. Actually, no, I should. Heimdall, I'm gonna just do 81 and then 444. That should work. And then this is 1,000, 8,000. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. So now what I'll do is Docker compose down. That's gonna bring down all the containers. You can see remove, stop, and remove them. Supposed to remove them? Oh yeah, it does remove them. And then we do, let's try a poll again, just to make sure everything's updated. Everything is updated. Yep, that is up. So now we're gonna pull them up again. So now we're creating all of them. Well, driver failed, programming external failed, port is already allocated. Okay, so what I was saying is that this one has a different order. Now remember, just the way that you launch it is a little bit different. So there we go. All right, again. Now it's recreating, starting, running. There we go. So now we got them up. So Docker PSA. And you see how it has, why is MySQL not doing it? Because I removed it. I'm a genius. Okay. One more time. So now, when it has the 0.0s, that means it's listening to any of the IPs on this host on my computer. Now that it's started, if I go up here, you're gonna see that MySQL has the ports open. Now it should work. If I do a test, transfer password, I'm gonna do that password that I put in that .env file. Successfully connected. Done. So now I'm going to connect and I am on MySQL. All right. So now let's go to a different, let's go localhost :81. There's Heimdall. Let's see what other applications I have here. Okay, Plex. So Plex runs on port 32400, and I have to do /web. Look at that. This is my local machine logging into Plex. Let's do Nextcloud. I think it's just localhost. There we go. So create an admin account. Admin. Access denied for user Nextcloud. So here's the thing. Nextcloud requires a database connection. So Nextcloud setup MySQL. So now we need to configure the database for MySQL. This is a small, very simple task actually. We're gonna go here, database configuration. They actually give you all these commands. So configuring MySQL, configure. Okay, so first things first, we need to create a schema. Create schema. Nextcloud. We're going to create that schema called Nextcloud. Apply. Is that correct? So I specified the database here to be Nextcloud. The username is Nextcloud, and I need to set up the password. So now I have the schema. This is my default. I need to create a user. We're going to go ahead and create an account. It's going to be Nextcloud. And then the password is that password that I set here, which was MySQL 456. And that's it. So if I hit apply, add entry. I want to grant it access to this schema. And it's select all with grant, apply. Okay, so technically speaking, now we can actually test this if we wanted to, but the easiest way to do it is go here and type in the password. I don't need to install this, go. And it's creating all its stuff. It looks like it's connecting fine because it usually takes a minute when you're doing the first setup. So let's go ahead and do localhost 81. So this is Heimdall. What's Heimdall? This is a beautiful thing that you can use to manage multiple websites into one portal. So I'm going to update the apps list here. Okay, so for example, I'm going to go ahead and type in Nextcloud. I go in here, I can actually search for Nextcloud. And it's HTTP localhost 80. Then admin, whatever. There's with some of these modules, you can actually get more stats than just generic stuff. So I want to show all that. I test it. Oh, trailing slash. I don't think I need the colon. Okay, we're going to save that because it's probably still building. Yep, it's still building. All right, and then I want to add another entry here. I want to see if MySQL? No, MySQL does not exist. What else did I build? Plex. So Plex is localhost 32400. Save. Oh, Plex. Save. So now, instead of having to type all of that, I can just do boop. Oh, I need to change it to be web. Hold on. See, instead of having to remember that you have to type in web, you just click it and it takes you there. Bada bing. A dashboard. What else can we do? Let's see. What are the services that we install here? So we have Heimdall. Okay, we got Plex set up. We got Heimdall set up. We got MySQL set up. We got Nextcloud set up. We need Portainer. Okay, let's add Portainer in here. What is Portainer? Okay, Portainer. So HTTP localhost Alt 9000 and go. Portainer. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and boom, create that. Boom, we're going to close that. Boom, look at this. Boom, we got 5 containers. Boom, we got a web UI. Hey, I need to type in some commands. MySQL. I'm in here. What's my name? Oh, I'm on MySQL. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Plex, same thing here. Connect. Hey, you know what? I don't know where my data is. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Data. Data, config, and media. Those are the 3 folders that we had inside of our compose file. Right? So we go in here. We had and media. And even if we want to transcode, it's going to be there. Transcode's not a default folder. But it's right there. Because we told compose, hey, compose this masterpiece. And that's exactly why Compose is such a powerful tool. Let's say that I want, you can technically do this with what's called Docker Swarm. I haven't done that part yet, but I did read that you could build something like that. So let's go ahead and do something. Let me get a video. Let me see something here. So did I share this? Where's Nextcloud? Okay, so if I go to a folder called Plex, which I have to modify this here. This one took me a minute to figure this part out, but you can actually add what's called external support. Sharing here. What was it? Basic settings. I did it once, and I did it using, I think it was an extension. Not developer. Nope. Active. Mouse. I think it's here. It says external. Okay. So we're gonna go in here, external storage support, and enable. Why external? Because technically in Linux, these are external. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna go in here, go back, settings. This is external storage. Folder name is Plex. Storage is local. Configuration is Plex, not Plex. Plex. We don't need external. We don't need authentication. That's available for all users. Boom. Boom. Okay, that's all I gotta do. Now if I go to folders, Plex is right here. I am going to copy a file. Let me get one of my videos I uploaded. I don't know what this is. How big is this file? 23 megs. Perfect. I'm gonna upload it. It's uploading. Operations blocked by access control. So now this is the troubleshooting that you have to do with your apps. So external storage. External storage. They'll be able to write. Security. That's weird. This is supposed to let me upload. So let's try one more time. Upload a file. You know what? Screw it. Kilobytes. Forbidden. I had this problem once. What was it? Oh, I remember. Okay, so I need to. So this Plex. I had this problem and it was a user thing. So it is Plex. Flex, is it? Data. Oh, CD. Data. CH own 777. Data. So the data folder should be, yes, 777. So now I should be able to upload now. Still forbidden. There was a reason I forgot. Oh, I don't remember now. I did this before, and I don't remember what I did. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's just dump something in here. Let's say that we got this PDF. Let me just copy it over. Oh no, I need to actually upload a video. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Okay, let's just say that this file, I need to move it over to black. So let's do Nextcloud. Connect. Alas, CD data. CD. Let's see where my files are. So I put my stuff to be in data. It's in here somewhere. CD user. CDSRC. CD Nextcloud. CD. It's in here somewhere. Core? No, it's not. Whatever. It's in here somewhere. CD data. No, it isn't there. CD USR. CD SRC. CD Nextcloud. CD apps or core. Let's go to apps first. Let's see. So files, CD files. Nope. Files sharing, CD. It's not here. So I need to find where I put this file. Let's see. Maybe it tells me some details here. Go away. Where is it? Nextcloud. Oh, I think it's here actually. There we go. Found it. Nextcloud intro video. Okay, here it is. Oh, that's okay. So I want to first img. I'm gonna name it to video.mov. Okay, so I'm going to move this to data. So I'm gonna go to data, and the file's there. So now I'm gonna go to Plex. I'm gonna say, hey Plex. Oh, first. Hold on, that's my password. That'll take a minute. It's gonna take a bit. I think this thing's hitting my Oh, it's downloading stuff. Oh no, it's not downloading stuff. That's me sending stuff. Yeah, it's not doing much. Oh. CPUing. Yeah, it's doing something. And as an example, I just thought about this while that's loading. If I refresh, it'll be changed to video. That didn't work. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna name this Docker Plex. Hit next. I have a feeling it's gonna ask me for something. Okay, here we go. So now I want to add movies. Next, the folder. The folder that I wanted to do was media, I think it was. Let me see. Data. Let's just move data. Whatever. Add. Next. Done. Crap. There you go. So now I should be able to scan. I don't remember if I put in the right folder. So let's go to where am I? Here we go. Oh, that's not it. We don't need that anymore. We are here. let's go to Portainer and let's see that the file is in the right place. Let's go to Plex, connect. CD data, oh, it's not there. CD media, it's not there. CD, where did I put it? So, where I made a mistake here. So what did I do? Oh, I put it in files. No, Plex data. Wait, did I put it in Plex data? Oh boy. So let's go to Nextcloud container. CD data. So I put it in data, not. So data is files. So I need to move it to Plex. MV video, and we're gonna move it to Plex. So Plex, CD, Plex. Okay, now we're there. Okay, so next is hold on. So now I need to fix this. Manage library. The folder needs to be Plex data. It needs to be data. No, I'm actually in the right place. So what's this? Server updates available. Oh, I gotta update my server again. And there we go. And that's not the right video. So something that Plex does is it searches metadata. So unmatch. And this is my video that I posted on YouTube. It's a clip actually. And there you go. Geez, that took me a little longer than I wanted. So now inside this little Docker compose, I have a tangled web where I can actually go in here. Well, when it's set up properly, I can go in and I can actually manually download the files from here or upload files here, and it will automatically be sent over to Plex. And it's all maintained in this little tiny 95 line YAML file, which composes my entire Docker environment. Now, obviously, with the ever expanding world of containers, you can always add more. So for an example, I go to Reddit a lot. I'm gonna go, actually no, it's Awesome Self-Hosted is a GitHub that I found that has links to so many things you can do. So for example, content management system. You can do DNS, obviously. You can do Pi-hole on this thing, of course. Ebooks. I did a thing called Mealy here. I can actually do I have this and I've used it before. This is something you can use to keep track of your recipes for cooking. You can have it right here. Let me see what else they have in here. File transfers, you can do like an SFTP, peer-to-peer, click and drop, drag and drops. Let's see, web-based file managers. You can even do games. You can host your own Minecraft, Mindustry, Leela. They're not that common, but you can do them. Gateway and terminal sharing. Okay, Guacamole, which is super cool. So I actually launched Guacamole on my machine here locally just to test it out, and it freaking is cool. But I don't have a use for it. It's really nice. Groupware. Let's see. Gladys. Open Hab. Open Remote. Mind maps. There's so many things in here. And the beautiful thing is that if I wanted to add it, most of these have a container already. They're already Dockerized. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just pick one of Pastebin. No, Pastebin sucks. Personal dashboards, photo. Okay, Chevroletto. I think has a Docker. There it does. So Chevroletto is apparently a photo viewer. Upload and share your images. Yeah, so it's a photo viewer. So now let's see, Chevroletto. So somebody already built Docker Chevroletto community. Let's do this. So let's just use Linux server because they actually are pretty good. Chevroletto free has a container. Chevroletto requires memory database. So here we go. So let's say that you have right here. Boom. I just want to add this. Let's just say, fine by me. I have no problem. Okay, so boom and boom. And you know what? It's going to be right here. Chevroletto. Boom. And the time zone, since I already have one entry for that, I could just copy this one. Anytime you see this like TZ, that means that's the time zone. There we go. Boom. Okay, so you see it has this path to config and path to data. So I can just do what I like to do. Chevroletto config, Chevroletto data. I just go in here, I add that. And that's it. And yeah, I think that's it. So now I just do this and I go Docker compose up -C. Service Chevroletto refines to undefined volume Chevroletto data. I typoed. Never mind. Try it again. And now it's pulling Chevroletto. And guess what? It started. Created the volumes and it created the container. Now if I go in here, if I go into Portainer, because Portainer tells me all of my containers. Chevroletto. Where's my refresh? Here it is. Why it's stuck on creating? Probably because it needs the database. If I go in here, I'm going to click on Chevroletto. I can actually see why it's failing. If I hit start. Driver fail programming external connectivity and endpoint. Find. Okay, so see, with having the NICs connecting straight, I don't have to worry about polishing the ports. So in this case, I don't I don't have an option, so I'll do port 82 and 446. Remember, 445 is used by Samba. Oh, we relaunch this. And now it should be launching. There it is, Chevrolet. Making sure it's launching right now. Now if I go, I should need to refresh this. Chevrolet. So I go to port 82. Boom. Database host, database name. I'll have to create this. And Dave's, so we don't have to worry about that. But pretty much that's the gist of it. I can literally add a service as fast as I want, as many as I want. And guess what? When I'm done with it, this is how I delete it. Save. Up. And then I can just do remove orphans. And it's stopping the container and deleting it. There. Oh, what happened to the data? It's gone. Because I deleted it. I remove it and I do remove orphans. It deletes the data and the container. Done. Oh, do you want to keep the data? You could just keep the volumes there. Just delete the container. Plain and simple. So watch. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to comment out this entire. So I'm going to go ahead and remove Portainer. I mean, no, I don't want to remove Portainer. Hold on. I want to remove Nextcloud. Right? No more Nextcloud, right? Boom. Containers stopping. I removed Nextcloud. I go in here. Nextcloud's gone. I go in here. Oh, that's cached. Go in here. Nextcloud is gone. But guess what? Hold on. Where is it? My file's still here. Yeah. File's still there. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I want to put Nextcloud back. I uncomment. I save. And I pull it back up. Since I left the volumes there, it's going to be like if nothing ever happened. And I just went back in time. Now I do. My username and my password. Oh, look, I don't have to reprovision it because I still have the data persistent. I go in here. Hey, look, Plex is still there. Look, my video's still there. Look, it's still there. It's all still there. This is the beauty of Docker. And this is where home labbers and home servers and home server aficionados and tinkerers and stuff like that. This is the benefit. And I am extremely blown out right now. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. My camera. Hello. Camera. What is up with this white balance? That's much better. Jeez. That auto exposure was sucking. There we go. Okay. So, if you are working on a home lab, I highly recommend, highly recommend getting as many things into containers as possible. Because I have mine. Why do I have problems here? Map keys must be unique. Whatever. So, whatever. Docker compose. Pull. I got pull updates. Oh yeah, I got git, jacket, homebridge. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. Let me show you this. Oh yeah, I need to have more light here. So I'm pulling all of this, and I'm updating my server right now. I'm updating Git, and you're gonna see how many of them actually need to be updated. It'll take a minute. It's Git. Git takes forever. But now I do up -D. How many of them are up to date? But how many of them are being updated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. I just did this right in front of you guys in less than a minute. Try to update 5 pieces of software in less than a minute. You won't be able to. That's where I know, because I've spent enough time trying to maintain my frickin' servers that having this literally be one command or 2 commands be extremely beneficial. That's it. Just that. There's no magic behind it. You just maintain one file, and you can literally copy and paste your environment 1,000 times over. The only problem that I see, like a small issue, is whenever you're going cross-platform, like Windows, Mac, and Linux. Mac and Linux is not much of an issue, but if you go from Windows to Linux, it could be a small problem. And then if you really want to do something special, like doing the networking into the containers, that's something you could do. It's a little bit more complicated, but really it's not. You just have to add what's called drivers into the actual Docker Compose file, and then just maintain your .env file for your environmental variables, passwords, and stuff like that. And that's it. In reality, all you got to do is you just copy what's called, there's a few commands. One, you need to get the Mac, you need to change your Docker Compose to be having Mac VLAN. I can actually show you really quick here. Hold on. Excuse me. I can just copy and paste this. A new window. All you gotta do is you put your subnet here, like whatever your gateway is. that's it. And then the parent, and this is whatever you name whatever's the name of the NIC inside of your host. And that's it. Then is where you add the networks and external. Basically, you're saying, hey, container, you're going to use, we're going to define a value for the networks. It's going to be from the external, and then you're going to set up the IPv4 address, IPv4_address, and that's it. From there on, whenever this NIC is connected, it's going to go ahead and pull from that network, and it's going to be giving that static IP. Now, I'm not 100% sure if you can set up a dynamic IP. I'm pretty sure you can. I found it to be not necessary, but it's pretty cool. And that's it. I am going to destroy this Docker Compose. What happens when I do hit open Visual Studio Code? I'm curious. The Visual Studio Code is a very powerful tool. Where was it? Yep. Crash this. Oh, I was going to show you guys one more thing. Where? Let's say that you just want to completely purge the entire realm of Docker. You can just do Docker PS. So we're going to list all the containers. We don't have anything. So we're going to do Docker images. These are all the images. So I could do Docker image purge, or in our case, we could do Docker image prune, and this will prune all the images that are not, well, all the dangling images. That means all the images that don't have a container. Hit yes. Docker images should have cleared up. It did not. So we're going to do Docker image purge. Docker system prune. Yes. Why isn't it clearing it? Docker builder prune. Oh. What? Was it with dash Q? There we go. That was pretty. Forgot the commands, but they're all on Docker's documentation, which is really good. So we're gonna do Docker images. Okay, now we got cleaned up data. There we go. And that's it. We have a clean image. Or, if you really wanted to clean it all up, boom, reset the factory. Bye. Oh, hey, look. Is this still working? No, it's not. This is not working, you see? It's all gone. It's wonderful. And what shows up? Hey, let's get started with Docker. Yeah, it's like if nothing ever happened. Do I have updates pending? I do not. And that's it. Whoa. Inception. I don't know what the game's for. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Just a little bit. Yeah, I have not been playing this much. Did I do? No, did not. Let's see if it gets me in. I doubt it. course. Oh, that was fast. Yeah, this got boring after I got 5k gear score. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see how fast this goes. Oh, this is gonna get fun. Ooh. Ooh. That's a good one. Wait, I think I already have that. For my priest. Oh, I forgot the audio's not going through. Oh, this is a good group. Easy peasy. Alright, well, with that, I'm gonna call it a night. What's that? Oh. Alright, all. Have a good night.